And we live.
Khan. Right, Shalom, Israel, Shalom. His brother Potter Wafi from SOC Houston.
Brother, you call from SOZ Atlanta.
Hey, Shalom, brother Karatazar from SOZ Houston, man.
Khan, and welcome to another installment of what? Blow that trumpet.
And stay on your pivot.
There we go, right there, man. Right, there's a lot of things going on in the earth. You know what I'm saying? We went in on it deeply last week, man, about what's going on with Hamas, the wars are going on right there. We're gonna touch up a little bit more on that today. Bring out, Lord willing, some new things that people don't know about, man. Real quick, you know what I'm saying? Do we got any announcements for brothers about any feast days, anything like that?
Just upcoming Shabbat. We're bringing it in today. We're gonna be at K-Spar tonight at 8:30, and Discovery Green tomorrow at 4:30. So just no new feast days coming up that's on the schedule or anything like that.
Kyle, tell them where you be at, brother. Your call.
God, for brothers looking for us. This weekend we're gonna be in Raleigh bringing it up with brothers at SOY. We're not gonna be at the first will tonight or tomorrow. We'll be in North Carolina. We're gonna be in Raleigh. So tap in with brothers in SOY if you in North Carolina, or hit us up on the Instagram.
Hey, you in North Carolina, come do the work, man. You know what I'm saying? You try to do the work, right? Real quick, man. Hey, brothers, be aware, man. What just happened recently that everybody was confounded about, man? The eclipse. I had people coming at my job asking me, "Hey, man, can we get those eclipse glasses?" You know what I'm saying? People kind of looking for so they can look at the sun, man. Not knowing that that's witchcraft and sorcery, man, low key. Right? Because if you think about it in the scriptures, you know what I'm saying? What? The sun is a light. And what is the moon? A lesser light. How can light block out light, man? You see that? Hey, I was confounded when brothers told me that, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's just, something that's going on new, right? Let's get into it though, man.
I want to bring one thing out real quick with that real quick.
Go ahead.
Actually, give me one second. I want to go ahead and do this first. Share the screen real quick and do this right. Let's do this right before we get started. Go ahead and bring out the book of Colossians 3:17, King.
Ooh, what's up, listen?
Y'all see the screen, King?
Good.
You want to read? You want to read that, or you want me to read, King?
I got you out. This is the book of Colossians, chapter 3, and verse 17. And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Lord Yahushua, giving thanks to God and the Father by Him.
So that's what we're trying to do. We gotta, we zealous. We see a lot of things going on in this earth right now, but we gotta always make sure that before we go anywhere or do anything or say anything, that we get an honor up to the Most High through His Son Yahushua, man. And so let's get this ball rolling. What you got, King?
Hey, Salaki, King, can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. What you got?
Hello?
Yeah.
Khan, let's do one more precept, please. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 1.
And then I got one after you out.
All right, Khan. This is the book. Khan. This is the book. Habakkuk 2 verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me up upon the tower, and would watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved.
Hey, so like I said, the Lord, He got His men on the watch, man. And He's literally having them see all the things that's going on in the earth, man. We see all the secret things, all the hidden things, man. Right? The Lord is giving us a new level of sight, man. He gave us the eyes of understanding to know what He's doing, man. Why? Because we love the Most High God. We want to serve Him, man. Right? So the Lord, He gives His servant things that the other regular schmegular people don't got, man. Right? So when it comes to the service of the Lord, hey, the Lord got them on their watch to see what the Lord's saying, man. Because the Lord's definitely speaking, man. Right? The Lord had to come down in a chariot and speak to you, man. Hey, the Lord can use signs and wonders, man. Have birds send you signs. Have you fallen into a trance? He can send angels into you, man. Read more. There's more on that, Baba Kashab.
Verse 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it.
Read.
Verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
Hey, you see that? The Lord's going to speak. He's not going to lie. So everything that's written in this book, right, that's known and unknown, they will come to pass, man. And he got the men of the Lord, we getting that code, man. We can code the book through the mercy and through the wisdom of Yahweh Bashir Yahushua, man. So we all getting that wisdom and understanding, and we giving it out to y'all, man, because what? We're commanded to feed that sheep, man. Right? Go ahead, King, get your precept.
Can you get Jeremiah 10:2?
I'm already there with you.
Good.
Literally.
That was the spirit, God.
That was the precept I was going to pull before we got it, because of what you were saying. So through the spirit, all praise to the Most High, man. Go ahead.
All praise. Right? It says, thus saith the Lord. Oh, I got you, King. Yeah, the water. It says, thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Right? So, plain upon tables, like the brother was bringing up, this eclipse. I remember when I was in school, we had I forgot what grade. I think I was in 10th grade. We had an eclipse. And the teachers, they passing out the glasses so you can look at it, and everybody is standing in the front of the school. This is middle of the day, right? Everybody's standing in the front of the school with the glasses, taking pictures, right? It just for this small window frame for the light to be covered, man. So, a lot of people make a big deal. You got blood moons, which we understand these are signs of the times, right? But people, they see this as the stars are aligned, my chakras are lining up. I charged my crystals last night, right? And now, I'm getting apparitions. These are signs that the heathen look for. But the Lord said we're not supposed to be dismayed or astonished by these things, right? The Lord, the way we understand is through faith, right? The Lord, he sends us chariots to see, right? The Lord, he sends us things that not everybody can interpret, right? The heathen, they see, the sky has no stars, they dismayed at it, right? You see a lunar eclipse, they're dismayed at it. It's a global phenomenon, right? It's on the news, right? It's everywhere, right? So the Lord, he said, don't be dismayed at these things. These are signs that the heathens get dismayed at, right? You just continue to do your thing, right? Stay in the spirit and, hearken to the Most High.
So, Lucky, I got a quick point to make, man. Right? Hey, during the times of Moses, you had the Egyptians, they was able to do what? Turn their staffs into what? Into serpents. Hey, they was able to do what? Turn that water that they had into blood, man. And they made it red as well, man. Hey, they did the same miracles as Moses in some cases, man. Right? But what? It took the Most High to do miracles that they couldn't even touch for people to understand, man. For them to understand, man. But now we living in a far worse time than what? Moses. Right? With the furtherment of technology, it's the furtherment of witchcraft and sorcery, man. So now the new sorcery is on a whole different level, man. Esau sorcery is on a whole different scale. So best believe they can do what? They can create these blood moons, man. Hey, they can create these eclipses, man. Right? Hey, the Lord tells you what? In the book of Revelation, that they won the world through sorcery, man. By their sorcery, they've conquered the world, man. So that being said, man, you don't be dismayed and say, nah, Esau can't do that. Nah, the Lord said he's wiser than Daniel. So these are all things we got to consider, man, of how deep the scriptures actually go. Go ahead, Kings.
And let me get in there a little. Let me build with that a little bit. And and that's so true, because there's so many things that our people get dismayed at, and they run to and they set up as a certainty. Have you ever seen those people like, hey, and I know I got family that's on New Orleans, so when they spill salt, they throw it over their shoulder. They do different things like that. You know what I'm saying? We got all these superstitious acts. We got all these like these crystals that brothers was bringing. Now we believe in the energy of the earth, right? You talking about there's now the Mother Earth, the feminine energy, and all this extra. We got all these idols that we set up. So this got me thinking about this right here. Ezekiel chapter 14:1. I said, then came certain of the elders of Israel unto me and sat before me. And look what we're doing. We kind of like, believe it or not, we may not be the oldest brothers in Israel, but in spirit, man, we're way more mature and older than a lot of our brothers that are older than us. You understand what I'm saying? So we are that council of people. And the word of the Lord came unto me saying, Son of man, these men have set up their idols in their heart and put the stumbling block of their iniquity before their face. Should I be inquired of at all by them? So that's what people be doing. They're setting up these stumbling blocks, man. So are we gonna be the ones that try to figure out, hey man, hey, let me holler at y'all about this stuff real quick. Verse 4, therefore speak unto them and say unto them, thus saith the Lord God, every man of the house of Israel that setteth up his idols in his heart and putteth the stumbling block of his iniquity before his face and cometh to the prophet, I, the Lord, will answer him that cometh according to the multitude of his idols, man. So if you're going into idolatry, the Lord's going to get up with you, man, because he's going to answer you exactly into what you going and you believe in it. So you believe in the stars and the moon and shit. Like, bro, the Lord's going to get up with you about that. You over here believing in that energy and this witchcraft on the internet, everything that you're seeing. Hey, the Lord's going to get up with you about that, man. Verse 5, that I may take the house of Israel in their own heart, because they are all estranged from me through their idols. So, and that's why we're such in a bad position, because we believe more in idolatry. We believe in more things that really that we should not even be dabbling in. You know what I'm saying? And this is kind of one of those things that we need to be more focused and fearful of, is what are we using day to day that we have and they're considered idols to the Lord? What powers are we looking at that it's like, you know what, I believe in, you know, X, Y, and Z. Like, are you really practicing idolatry or witchcraft when you over here being superstitious? Because are you believing that if you spill salt, that if you don't do this, you're gonna have bad luck? Where's that in the scriptures? Where's that if you step on a crack, you break your mama's back? You know what I'm saying? Where's that at in the scriptures? But you believe that fully in your heart. Where is it that if you split a pole, you're gonna have bad luck? I'm talking about, I've seen people literally be walking down the street and be like, hey bro, don't split that pole. And they'll literally stop and go around the pole the other way because they believe in those idols and those powers, man. And I'm gonna land it with this one right here. Verse 6, therefore say unto the house of Israel, thus saith the Lord God, repent and turn yourselves from your idols and turn away your faces from all your abominations, man. It's an abomination to the things that we run to for power, man. And what is an idol? A false sense of power, a false belief that this is actually something living that is dead, that is idol. It's a falsehood. And the brother Yaakov said he got a precept. Bring it out, King.
Khan, can you pull up Acts 17:22?
Khan.
Them idols amongst Israel is something serious, you know. Like you said, that salt, throwing salt behind your back, knocking on wood 3 times, that jinx spirit, right? We have it's idolatry is more than just having a cross around your neck, right? More than just bowing down and worshiping, anything. Anything could be an idol. And not to get too far from the point, but you can make your phone idol. You can make social media idol, right? But these superstitions is a lot of times we don't really go into it. It's sorcery, right? You believe in luck. You believe in, the Most High. You got bad luck. These things is not good for the spirit, because now you believe in a false god, that a false god could save you and give you luck and alter the outcome of your day, right? That's believing in a deity.
Yeah,
straight up, right?
And what the Lord did, what was the first commandment that the Lord gave us?
Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Simple.
It's the simplest thing, but why do we, hey, like you said, me and you say hey, technically, if you want to be on some, we're not on that, but the thought of the average Jake is, hey, I was thinking in the spirit, Jeremiah 10:2. This brother's on some Jeremiah 10:2. So as soon as I click it over, you like, hey, bring me Jeremiah 10:2. What we supposed to be like? Hey, Jinx, brother, you can't bring out the word
I
until
would.
somebody say your name, bro.
See that?
What are we doing here? You see how foolish our people are, and we'll hold these values above the truth of the word, man.
Right.
God,
Yeah.
that step on the crack, you break your mama's back spirit, man.
You see what I'm saying?
That the black cat. you cross the black cat and you walk
Hey.
into the ladder spirit.
Hey, hold
Don't walk
on.
under no ladders.
Jake loved this one. You can't split pose, You're not supposed to split a pose.
Brother just brought that out.
Oh, you
I
did?
You go to
See that?
Walmart. I've seen this happen too many times. You go to Walmart and it's two people walking and they don't want to. They walk behind each other
Yeah,
because they don't want to split the pole.
that's crazy. But tell them not to break the commandments. Hey, brother, don't eat no pork. What you mean these ribs?
Right.
Yeah.
Hold up the
Where's
pork
that
rinds to
superstition
your
that the
face.
Lord gonna get up with you, man?
Put your ass to death, man.
God. This is the book of Acts, chapter 17, verse 22. It says, Then Paul stood in the midst of Mars's hill and said, Yea, men of Athens, I perceive that in all things ye are too superstitious. And this is all tying back into the eclipse, in these signs of heaven, right? So it says, For as I passed by and beheld your devotions, I found an altar with this inscription. Check this out. To the unknown God, whom therefore ye ignorantly worship, him declare I unto you. Because when our people do superstitious stuff, they don't know who they do it for. It's to an
Exactly.
unknown God. You know?
That's ignorant, right?
That's ignorance.
That's the most ignorant thing. And then but check this out. Look what you just brought out, that they do this unto the unknown God, right? But then you ask the average Jake, okay, hey, so you believe in the Most High? I am the Most High. You say, what, brother? You the Most High? Yeah, I'm the God. So this is literally what you start thinking when you start thinking this. It says Psalms 14:1. The fool has said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. And that's exactly what you're saying when you're going into worshiping these unknown gods. You saying that really the Most High isn't a God to you. He doesn't really exist. You rather worship the damn moon and sun and these superstitious acts because you don't believe in your heart that there's a Most High God. Because if you did, you would know, hey, brother, hey, that's death right there. The Lord could literally strike me down because you believe that there's a God. So you're not going to be doing these things that are going to go before him and be like an abomination. And it says, verse 2, the Lord looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand and seek Yahweh, man. You over here looking for the damn blood moon and the eclipse in the sky, and you don't even realize you're staring past the Most High, man.
Right.
What kind of sense does this make? It said they are all gone aside. They are all together become filthy. There is none that doeth good. No, not one. So tell me that's not the state of Israel right now. They zodiacs. You ask anybody, hey, hey, brother, the first thing they'll ask you is, hey, what's your sign?
Mm-hmm.
What's my sign?
What's your name? What's your sign?
What's my sign? Is these fringes, man. This red, this ribbon, and blue. That's the sign of Israel, man. The fringes, man. No, what you born in, man? You a Leo? No, I'm an Israelite, brother. People like, what kind of spirit they got? They got that. I'm a zodiac spirit. You know,
Yeah.
I'm a Sagittarius or Scorpio.
Then get mad. They be like, man, we not compatible. Jay don't want to talk.
What the heck?
I read today on the internet that, brother, if I talk to you, it's not good for me.
God, it's bad for my spirit and well-being. I had a boss that was like always talk about he got the phone out, he reading his horoscope, asking me what my sign is. Brother, why does that matter? Learn my name first. Like,
Oh, damn.
What's your sign, Carl?
What's your sign? You a fire sign, ain't you? I could tell.
I can tell.
Hey, you an earth sign. So you
Man.
down to earth. You chill. What? Nah, I'm an Israelite. That's why I'm chill. What the hell?
The
Right.
customs of the heathen are vain, man. Like it's like they say, like it's like one that cut the tree out of the damn forest, man. You just what's wrong with you?
Hey, Salaki, can I get this quick precept?
What you got, King?
Can you give me Leviticus 19 and verse 31?
Got you.
Right? Watch this, man.
Got our
People-
people believing in.
Want me to read it for you?
Please.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 31. Regard not them that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards to be defiled by them. I am the Lord your God.
Hey, so these witchcraft is going to defile you, man. Hey, and the Lord has said multiple times, suffer not what? A witch
To
to
live.
So best believe these people that's doing these horoscoping, they charging up their crystals. You got Summer Walker, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these celebrities, they dive into that witchcraft and sorcery. Hey, they're not going to make it unless they repent, man. They're not going to make it. So you can go ahead and believe in that. Okay, charge up your horse. Okay, because that's like a new thing now. People love witches nowadays. It's crazy, man. Right?
Mhm.
So you can go ahead and mess with that sorcery, man. Go ahead, be like Kevin Gates, got 20,000 demons to watch over you. Okay, cool, you can do that. But what's going to happen when with the Lord you do those things to kill you? The Lord going to have that same demon that you're calling upon end up terrorizing you until you die, and that's going to be a slow death. Man. That's going to be
Like
everybody going to be bugged out, man.
Like that Ouija board spirit. People do these Ouija boards to contact the
Bro.
dead and they end up tearing them up.
Hey, man. Hey, bro. I kid you not. Oh, in Wichita, in the U.S., there's a place called Wichita, right? They made a giant Ouija board and put it in the park.
Wow.
You got a giant Ouija board in the middle of a park. And guess what people are doing? They're
Playing with the damn Ouija board, man.
Playing with
They can't be. This is one nation under God.
In
They
the-
can't be.
Hey, that's crazy.
No, you see that? You see that? That's crazy. One nation under
I'ma
God.
bring-
Which God?
I'm gonna bring this stuff out right quick with what you're saying, because this is what I'm saying. People, they like to play games until it's too late. You understand? And they think that it's sweet to be playing with the Most High and thinking that He's not gonna get up with them. Like, I'm terrified. I'm literally terrified to even be thinking like wicked stuff. Even though I know that we can't control our thoughts, I be fearful of the thoughts that I can't control, because I'm like, oh man, I know you just saw that. You dig what I'm saying? Imagine if we out here, we got our fringes on, we walking through the park trying to find somebody to, some sheep, and then we walk across the big ass Ouija board and we start, hey, let's contact Moses and shit. Now what the hell? You know how the Lord might look at us like y'all, ooh, I can't wait to send something to come and get you, right?
Right.
Man, check this out, man. This is literally why I be looking like y'all people don't understand. Why I think you understand, but you just like in denial. This is why I say what I'm saying. This is Deuteronomy 32 and 39. It says, see now that even I am He, and there is no God with me. So you can't be Ouija board and you can't rub crystals enough together. You can't generate enough bullshit to protect you in the day when the Lord's gonna get up with you, because He said, I kill and make alive. So the Lord can literally kill you for being into witchcraft, resuscitate your ass, and kill you again, and then bring you back and continue the process as long as He wants. He said, I wound and I heal, man. So you wonder, and think about it like this on a more practical level. The Lord said, I kill and I make alive, right? So what happens when you lose something like a job? He killed your finances. You know what I'm saying? He killed what happened when your car breakdown? He killed your ability to travel. You know what I'm saying? But what happens? Can the Lord also restore that? Make it alive, man. Make you get a new job, bring money in the house to be able to fund, your household or your brothers or your people. Also, could he, all of a sudden your battery died? Can it just, I don't know where that spark came from, but all of a sudden my car turned on and now I'm good. You dig what I'm saying? So you got to think, it's the Lord literally could kill you or make you alive, or He can stop something that you need to survive with, or give it back to you, restore it to you. Just like I can wound you and I can heal you. Like I don't have to all the way take something away from you. I can just make it really hard for you in your condition. You still may have a job, but now I'm gonna add extra bills. I'm gonna make sure that you get extra tickets in your life. I'm gonna make sure that these other things is making it hard for you to kind of just make it through, even though it ain't killing you. But then he can give it back to you. He can be like, hey, but I can also make you better health. You break a bone, they say that bone becomes stronger after it heals, right? Because it built more calcium in that spot. And he said, neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So when you over here thinking, hey, I can transgress against the Most High God, I can curse his name, I can worship other gods, I can eat food sacrificed to idols, I can do all these things, just blatantly telling the Most High God, I hate you, and throwing the big middle finger up, just being utmost disrespectful to the Most High God. And you think you gonna rub some damn crusty crystals together, and that's gonna protect you with like a force field or some shit, like you're in the Power Rangers. The Lord said, ain't nobody gonna get you out and deliver you out of my hand, and I can kill you and then make you alive. He didn't say I make you alive, and then like he didn't set the cycle like I'm gonna make you alive and then I'm gonna kill you. He said, no, I'm gonna kill your ass and I'm gonna make you alive. So I can do that. And I deal with that. That's why I say it's a fearful thing, bro.
Hey, Salah. I'm about to go get ready for work. I'm gonna come back on here though.
Okay, Khan.
Khan. I'll be right back.
Yeah, Khan. Bring it out, your cough.
And what you was going into, right? One person came to, well, a few people came to mind, but one person in particular, when you said that middle finger to the Most High, hey, Boosie did that. Ooh. All around pork. You remember that? He said he gave the Most High the finger and he ate a pork sausage. And then next thing you know, his legs not working no more.
He got some diabetes and shit.
The Most High jacked him up after he did that. The Most High has continued to jack him up. You got his daughter. She out of control. And this man is under fire. And I'm so, the Most High can definitely make it worse because he cursed the Most High. It'll be different if you curse a brother that's telling you not to eat pork. No, you curse the Most High God of all things. Right? So, that was just, one thing that came to mind. But mighty points.
But bring this out just because of what but you just brought out another thing I noticed, like with that, this brother has the ability to influence other people, right? So the words he speaks, just like the word we speak, is the living waters, right? The words that they speak is the wine of Babylon, right?
Absolutely.
Check this out, just in the same chapter, I was just looking right here. The words that their wine is the poisons of dragon and cruel venom of asp. So when they over here saying, man, F the Most High, pork link sandwich, eating and just being blatantly disrespectful to the Most High, you're teaching other people of your people to have no respect for the Most High, man. You're that shepherd that's of death, that's feeding your people the wine that they drinking because they like Boosie. I want to be like Boosie. I want to live like Boosie. And now you just saying it. Look at his daughter, out of control, poison of dragons, man. So the shit that he's taught and lived has poisoned his whole household. It's cruel venom of asp, meaning that's the slow, agonizing death that spreads through the body. So it started with him, and it's went through his kids, and it's gone through his friends. Everybody that know him, that's near him, is slowly being corrupted and dying. But it's all right, because like for me, I'm not gonna go see Boosie and be like, hey, I'm gonna stone this dude, right? Because I should, because you talking real tough about the Most High God. In our ancient days, bro, we would kill you off top. But what's 35 say? It's a verse 35. It said, to me belongeth vengeance and recompense. So we ain't even got to hate our brother. We ain't got to be, the Lord got that. He got it covered. And he gonna give him with that vengeance, and he gonna give him what he deserved, recompense. And he said, their foot shall slide in due time. So when the brother eating the damn pork link, and then next you know, he's drinking all the lean, and his kidneys are failing. So they foot shall slide because they keep going off. The day of calamity is at hand. What happened? Dude was rushed to the hospital. Oh snap, I'm dying and shit. And the things that shall come upon him make haste. And he got sick quick. You understand? His daughter, his household fella, like now she on the internet disrespecting her father very quick. We're quick to do it. So everything that's associated with him is a calamity. It's a thing, a destruction that's coming across his head. And then what? He even almost got beat up by Mike Tyson. Because you say what?
You can't make this up.
You can't make this stuff. And then what does this dude do, bro? He goes sits on Esau's couch talking all bad about the Most High, about his people, and trying to be on DJ Vlad's couch, talking about, oh, hey Vlad, like Vlad, my best friend, and he Amalek, but you over here saying F the Most High while you he ha ha and kikiing it up with damn Amalek, the enemy, the foreign enemy of your Most High, your people, and the Most High. You can't make this stuff up, brother. And you wonder why he's sick. You wonder why his life is like hell. Why nobody really got no respect for you, man? Even in the streets, nobody really got respect for you because they think that you paid 15-year-old kids to be hitman because you were too weak to go pull the trigger yourself. You sacrificing children to do your wicked bids because you gangster in the street by what? Manipulating children. And one of his wives he met was like one of his girls that said he met her when he was grown and she was like 15. One of the women that got pregnant, yeah, he has got a kid with yeah.
Wow. You
know what I'm saying? These are the things that our people look to, these idols, and that's what you would literally call an idol too. Because there in Boosie's day, there was many people that tried to emulate Boosie. I'm Boosie. I got that Boosie spirit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the destruction of our people, that we seek after wicked men to look at as our head. But wait, Yahushua gave us the perfect example, man.
That's right.
And now, that's kind of the state of our people. What the Lord says, that we would wax faint and worse in the last days, man.
Khan, this is a generation of vipers, man. We literally the worst state that Israel has ever been in.
Yeah.
This is the worst condition that we have ever been in.
Absolutely.
When you read throughout the book of, I believe, Judges, it shows how we've declined and got worse and worse over time. But now it's to the point where we prefer a so-called white man to come and save us rather than our own people. When we rig out, Christ was a black man for context.
Huh.
A lot of our people will say, why does color matter? Well, because the scriptures say the truth shall make you free. Simple like that.
Simple.
Bring it out.
No, simple. No, keep going. You're right. And what the Lord say, why does color matter? Let's bring it out. I think let's just take it to a scripture so we can answer that question through the word, man. You asked a very good question. Why does that color matter? Why do we have to worry? Because if you're looking for so-called a white man or Esau to come out the sky and save you, he's gonna put your ass right back in chains. That's what Revelation said. The Lord coming back to break apart the nation with a rod of iron. If you're not his people, it's no spiritual people. He talking about his people. He gonna put your ass back in chains. So you might want to be looking on for the Most High Son the way he described him, because 1 John 5:10 says what? He that believeth on the Son of God hath the witness in himself. He that believeth not God hath made him a liar, because he believeth not the record that God gave of his Son. That's why it's important to know his color. Because if the Lord said, this is what my son looked like, and you like, I don't believe that, you just called the Most High a liar, man. And the Lord literally said, if you a liar, you're going to face the second death, man. So call the Most High a liar. Call him a liar. I dare you. We've been just talking about how the Most High's hand is strong and they long, and there ain't no God with them. So you gonna call the true living God a liar because you are so Stockholm syndrome and brainwashed to think that the power of what your people look like and represent don't matter. But you worship and you seek after those things. You envy your oppressor to the point where every so-called Jake and Eve, they have some Caucasian reflection that they represent. They got the blonde hair.
Yep.
You know what the craziest looking? I've never understood it. Why do our sisters and even brothers do this? They get the color contacts. They get the blue contacts.
Yep.
Brother, you dark as my shirt. Ain't nothing recessive about you. But you telling me you got blue eyes? You
And
know how
then
crazy
got
you look? You like a damn zombie.
got a blonde fade to match.
Brother, to match with the blonde hair. But we're gonna ignore the fact that you look like you dressing up for Halloween. You look crazy as hell. Because you feeling good about yourself. Because everything that you see that you love and want to be is it's opposite of what you are, your enemy.
Right.
And in the moment you learn that you got a power that's just as beautiful as we are as people, the things that everybody else try to be, but then oppress you in the mind to make you think that you're nothing. So you seek after them, and then they're slowly trying to replace you after you giving them the blueprint of what's above everything. So now you got what? You got the Jack Harlows. You got the what's his new dude, man? I've seen him on YouTube. What's his name? Lil Mabu or something like that. He's out of New York. Talking about, man, I just heard the most disrespect. And this, you want to see what Esau is doing to our people? You want to see how disrespectful he is? I'm gonna show you something. This is why I don't understand our people, why they love these people and want to be after these people. And this is what they're openly, and this is not considered racist. This is what they'll say. This ain't racist. But this is literally the definition of racism and the things that they do to us and this is crazy. And this is what they did to us in slavery. Watch this. This is literally, I'm gonna turn it, and this is fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use. This is just for educational purposes. Look, this is a pre-warning. If there's any children or anything like that, I need you to be mindful, parents. This is not for them. So, but it's not just warning. I want you to hear what this dude says real quick. No, I'm just gonna get past that. And let me see if I can just find the reaction. I don't want to see all that extra. Let's just let's see the short. I see if I can find the short to it. This is the crazy. What is this called? Mr. Take Your. And I want you to hear Mr. Take Your. Mr. Take Your. I can't spell. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. This is why I'm talking about shorts. I want the short because this shit came across my damn phone. Shorts. I'm gonna see.
I think it's at the top.
Yeah, right here. Mm-hmm. Khan, all praises, the Water King. Mm-hmm. Right here. Look at this. Look at this. Listen, I want you to see this and hear this.
I can't hear that. No volume.
You can't hear?
Nah.
Okay, look, this right here made my skin crawl.
I mean, it's madness just by the visuals of it.
I'm Salakia, people. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just telling you, this is the state of our people. Let me represent this again. Let me try to represent this and also share audio tab. Con. Let's say entire screen. Share audio. I just got to restart it. Okay, because this is what our women do, bro. This is what our women do. She's a sister. She's an Eve, right? She's over here. She left Jake, right? And in order to disrespect her own people, let alone just her own people on this aspect, and degrade herself. Obviously, seen the things that are going on, right? But who did she choose to rub and stick the nail in and try to just disrespect? She went to the damn oppressor, to the so-called white man that's talking shit about what he's doing against your own people, the men of your people, and you over there all in his arms enjoying this. So pick this out. This is the destroyed state of our women. This is what they'll do. They'll run to the white man to do this, just to hurt the so-called black man or brown man. Tell me if you can hear this.
Like, I'm Mr. Take your bitch, take her for a trip, fly her to New York, sign my name all on her tits. Yes, I took his lady. I like blue faces, so I took his baby.
Fuck blue face, I had to find a new babe. Yeah, with my boo, fuck what she say. I might put it in his face, cause he wanna taste. This that newborn pussy make my water break.
Bro,
Mama, what the fuck?
This is crazy.
this is look how crazy she look, bro.
This is
And
listen
Esau
to
eating this shit up. Esau like this is what Esau look at her women at.
yeah.
And they don't understand when you walking around acting like this, the damn dirty so-called Edomite man is laughing at you, monopolizing on you, and then they're using you to where is this happening? Where you got let's flip the role. You got Taylor Swift talking about hey fuck Rihanna or whoever some Edomite is. I don't know what the hell the equivalent is, right?
John Mayer.
What's that?
You're gonna have Taylor Swift talking shit about John Mayer. How she
Yeah.
let-
Yeah. Fuck
Now
yeah,
she
but
left
look at-
with
I got
Tyrone.
Mandingo right here. Hey, I got the baby with me right here, and the baby in the back like this.
Hey,
Do you see the videos like that with Esau?
That's off.
That's off as hell. We would never see that. But look, Esau behind our woman, promoting this wickedness and degrading this, and she's so ignorant. She's like, throwing fingers at, talking crazy about your baby's father. Like your son may never ever see this. While you got some creepy little Edomite behind you that's barely legal. He just turned like 18. This nigga literally just is still in high school.
This is crazy.
And
This
you
is
over here
full of
doing and saying all this, disrespecting your own people and talking about how I'm with the white boy, letting him do and defile me in all kind of ways openly. He said, I'm gonna take your and sign my name all on the. Why she shaking it and doing what she doing, and she look at smiling like, like that's how
playing patty cake.
Playing with the Krabby Patties, man. It's abominable, boy. Where you going, man? Where you going? It's an abomination. It's off the top. It's an abomination, and everybody thinks SpongeBob, so that's okay.
I got a
You
precept.
What you got? Dude?
Deuteronomy 28 and 30.
Oh, Con, that's beautiful. Bring that out. Let me bring that out for you.
Because it's sad altogether because our people are so ignorant and don't consider that this is the condition that we are in as a people, and our women look up to sisters like that.
Con,
right?
You want me to read it or you got it?
Con, I got you. It says, "Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her." Right? In full effect, right? Thou shalt build a house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. A Blueface kind of had a child, right? Yeah. Now, is he going to be able to build this child up? Let's say he was in the truth, right? Hypothetically, Lord willing, right? Or he comes into the truth later on, you might come across a video, kind of start watching it, get some understanding, and he wants to build up his son. The sister, she kind of far gone. There's always time, right? But the sister, she kind of out there, right? But let's say, he wants to build up his son, right? It says, "Thou shalt build an house or a family, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof," right? Verse 32. "Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand." I'm led to believe this brother might kind of have to start paying some money and will never be able to, kind of see his child.
Yeah, man.
If he so chooses to, step up and be, a man in the truth.
And if you know anything about them two, they've been publicizing their abuse of each other and monetizing it for how long now? You understand? They become their own addictive, and I don't watch them like that, but I've seen this being said. Man, I heard a podcast. I think Joe Budden or one of them dudes said, "Man, I've never been so addicted to people's drama than Blueface and Krishan. Like I've never been that invested in nobody else's relationship." Because they want to show the destruction of our people as if we're a non-functioning unit. So when you see that their dysfunction is so prevalent, they're putting hands on each other, their families are fighting with each other, they're drunk, she's drunk all the time, and he's high out of his mind all the time. And then the moment she starts looking like she's happy and doing good, where does she have to run to? She ran to the so-called white man. Now she's doing so much better. And guess what? He's treating her worse in public than he was, because now you over here just strictly just saying, I just took her just so I can have her for sexual activities.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? What's more degrading? That you ran to your enemy just so you allowed and these are the curses that are befalling us, man. That's what you were bringing up right here. Like, you don't believe in the Most High, you can't make this stuff up, brother. Another man shall take your wife and lie with her, but she's literally throwing the middle finger saying, F you, Blueface.
Right.
That proud harlotry in her is destroying her, the image of her people, her son to come up, her own reputation, her like Blueface's reputation. And what are you doing? Exalting this no-name Edomite to be accepted in the culture because he's messing around with our women.
Hey, Salaki. Hey, they will be the modern day relationship goals, man.
Hey, you're right, King, and that's disgusting. Because where the Lord say we should beat each other and not love each other like our own flesh, be drunk all the time, high all the time, and show before the sight of the nation we hate each other and we're disorderly. You stand for everything the Lord hates.
Yep, that's literally all the works of the flesh, all of it.
But hey, and I want to finish up with the last of this right here. It said, "Thou shalt plant a vineyard and shalt not grab the grapes of, therefore." But that leads us into like the next topic of like, hey man, there's a lot of work that people work at, like different food plants. People work in the agriculture. Some people are out here, in the meat markets and all these different things. These wars have been coming around, and now what's happened? The U.S. is sending all their money away. Food has been dwindling because major regions that were responsible for contributing to the food of the whole globe are in the midst of wars. So you got grain shortages all over the place. Guess what? Also, you have fertilizing shortages because a lot of the fertilizer they were getting come out of Russia, out of those areas, because that's where those minerals are rich, and they sell those to the earth so they can get agriculture. You know what I'm saying? So this earth has been behind on 2 seasons of production of food. Everybody in America, hey, there's plenty of places right now that are filling the shortages because the Lord said what? There will be a famine on the land. He's gonna bring the pestilence. You had the vid out here, right? Now you got the damn the famine. Now the food is shortage. But now that these wars have been going on, why aren't we hearing about the food shortages anymore? It's only getting worse because we're eating more and more of the reserves. It's only getting more dire. So now when you go to the grocery store, guess what they're trying to learn to do? They're not, instead of leaving open shelves, what they're doing is overstocking those areas now. So when you walk by, you don't think that there's nothing missing, but you're forgetting this 6-foot gap that was empty maybe last week. Oh, there's food there. It's just all the lettuce they had now. They just stacked it all with lettuce to make sure that it looks like they're full of stock. So bringing this out real here, just bring this article real quick. The hidden cost of a shutdown, America's battle with food insecurity. So this is literally just going into, in the beginning of this month, they were having issues with coming together with money, right? And the government was threatening to shut down. And if they shut down, that means that SNAP is what you call like assisted living, supplemental nutrition assistance program. So, and this is many Americans rely on this to feed their families. So this is food stamps, bro. So as it is, there's a lot of people not having jobs. There's a lot of money the economy is shutting down. There is no growth and availability of things that people need that they rely on. Gas is up, eggs is up. So that means what? If you make the same, things are increasing. That means you're buying less and less. But you got the same amount of mouths to feed. You got the same amount of problems, right? It says right here, this is what I wanted to get to. It said that the report underscored how the pandemic reshaped the landscape of the food insecurity and its lingering effects. One of America's gravest growing crises. This is a growing crisis. Nobody's talking about it anymore because there's juicier news on the forefront. Israel, Hamas, Ukraine, Russia, right? It says 80% approximately 80% of Americans experiencing hunger believe that inflation and rising food costs have worsened the issue of hunger nationwide, and 93% of those surveyed expressed concern that the situation would deteriorate even more. The highlighted factors such as rising housing costs, job loss, unemployment, the presence of chronic health conditions or disabilities, and abundance of low-paying jobs as significant contributors and interconnected root cause of the food vulnerability. And these are all the things that we're experiencing right now. And tell me that the economy has gotten better. Tell me that there's more jobs available. Tell me that there's more food available. Tell me the unemployment rate is decreasing. Tell me that there's more higher paying jobs. The only way that anybody could return to a state where they would feel ignorantly like they're in a good position is if all of these things highlighted reversed. And they just said that this is just getting worse and worse. So where are we at? Literally, has anybody stopped to think, like, how close to starvation are Americans that are here? Anybody in the land of America? I went to the store literally today, and I went and I was gonna go buy some like I cooked some lamb, right? So I had some legs of lamb, and I went to Costco, man. And this is where they have bulk. Why the last 2 times I've gone? Every time before the last 2 weeks, basically 2 weeks, 4 weeks, it's always been there. Now I went back twice since then, and they're sold out. And now the section of meat is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And now it's in the midst of being hidden between the damn pork and the damn beef. But it had its whole section, like bins full of, but now they're not replenishing it. Why? Because it was being imported from Australia, right? So now they're like, no, we can't send out the food. We got to keep our own food because we're running out of food. You got anything to add to that, King?
God, man, I got a lot to add to that. It's because, like you said, beautiful points you was making. It's a lot of stuff that's being swept under the rug that was just like in the forefront of the public. Like, all these, it was like seemed like every day a new food facility was burned down. Right, new chicken farm, right, a new dairy farm, right. Even these trains toppling over out every day, just out of nowhere. A train fell over. Something leaked out. Some fluid is being spilled into the air. We got a fire. Something, the tracks then blew up. Now, where is this at now? You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened to all these derailings going on within the US, within, Egypt, within all these different countries? It seemed like everything just stops because of the war. The tracks just saying, I'm gonna just stay connected to this one track because there's a war going on. No, these things are being deliberate to bring on the famine, right? And even with, right, I looked it up, and I believe the number one world producer of wheat. Now, wheat is damn near in everything. Your bread, your honey buns. Jake liked the honey buns and zebra cakes and little Debbie snacks.
You gotta get the honey bun.
Them honey buns, man. Right?
15 seconds in the microwave,
You see what I'm saying? Right? Jake loves his honey buns, little Debbie snacks, right? Hey, what happens when China stops, kind of exporting wheat, and they need that to feed their? How many people live in China?
Too many.
Too many people. Too many mouths to feed. You know what I'm saying? What happens when they need that, and they say, "Look, we're cutting off all exports," right? So we go ahead.
And what you're saying is key right there. Salaki for cutting you off, King. Because what you're bringing out is a very important fact to note. Because what is going on in the world? We got the global food shortage, but also you have active wars and active alliances, right? And with that being brought out, that China is one of the greatest exports of wheat, the alliance with Russia, and they are aligning with Iran, which is great because these are topics that we were discussing anyways, Con, right? So when they decide to say, you know what is, ain't it, bro? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Basically, is they're gonna weaponize food because right now they're allowing it to be something that is on the table as a leveraging tool, right? But when it gets to the point where now the U.S. and NATO goes ahead and engages in these activities to support the anti-BRICS people, which are all the so-called everybody who's not a Caucasian, basically. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have all the power because guess what? Y'all might have the firepower, but they got the food power, they got the energy power, the things that need it. So they're gonna starve you out. And they're already breaking ties with America. They're already saying they don't even want to agree with the damn nuclear testing plan anymore. And today I just read that the U.S. was in Nevada testing nuclear tests, man. And nobody's talking about the U.S. testing nukes on America again. We ain't just seen that since the 1950s. But now we're back in the desert blowing shit up again without letting the American people know. So they're preparing for war. And the food, like you saying about China, and China, they just said has upped their nuclear capacity sharply. You know what that means? Sharply, very quick and on point and very deadly. So I just wanted to add that little point with the whole wheat from China because hey, they're gonna cut that off. And then what's gonna happen? How many Jakes got wheat fields in property for that?
Right.
How many Jakes know how to grow a damn? Well, remember when you used to go to school and they give you that project and they say, here's a bean, grow a bean plant in a milk carton. Yeah, in a little cup or something. Jake's plants don't even make it through the weekend. They forgot to water it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Jake is gonna be in a bad position because everything, like Deuteronomy 28:48 say, man, we depend on our enemies for everything. So our people are so comfortable being detached from knowing how to do anything for themselves and 100% depending on their enemies. So when their enemies say no more food, most of Jake's gonna starve. When they say, hey, no more water, is Jake gonna know how to go outside and go look for certain sediments, look for some sand, look for rocks, and then pour your water so it can naturally filter through like the earth does? No, they're not gonna know that because guess what? Jake don't like to learn. Jake don't like I ain't gonna have to worry about that shit. There's gonna be bottled water forever with microplastics in it. We love that.
Mm-hmm. Our mindset is if it ain't affecting me, then I ain't got to worry about it. That's our people's mindset. If it don't affect us directly, then there's nothing to worry about. A very selfish and stingy position, right? But I got a precept.
What you got?
2nd Ezra 6:22. And while you get that, I was kind of thinking about it, and you're right. That meat section is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. The store up the street, I got a Kroger up the street. They did construction inside, and now every shelf is short, like way smaller than what it used to be. But they're all full.
6 and what now? It's a lot.
6 in verse 22. 2nd Ezra 6:22.
Gotcha.
Right. The shelves are short, but they're all filled up. So it's like it's like a mind trick. Like, okay, the shelves are full. We have nothing to worry about. Right? But why are they half the size that they used to be? Why did they have to, kind of come in, do construction? Everything was going just fine. Prior to that, the shelves was empty. They was putting banners over the shelves saying coming soon, right? With irrelevant stuff on the shelf. It might be a bunch of lawn chairs. What do you need 1,000 lawn chairs for?
To watch your ass starve to death.
Right.
Sit down and enjoy the show.
Sit down and you might as well, pull up a chair.
Yeah.
You ain't got no snacks, man.
Oh man, this is I wish I had a honey bun section.
Yeah. Once that weed is gone, it's wraps. It's over with.
Jake gonna be hurt, man. You're gonna be, they're gonna be sticking people up for the little Debbie snacks, man.
Yeah, Jake like that Martin's potato bread.
Oh, dang. Yeah, you know.
Right. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6 and verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. Right. And we see that now. Right? All these crops are being burned. Potato farms being burned down, being sold. Right. They get sold and then burned down. It says the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And that's what we found during the whole COVID fiasco, right?
Mhm.
You had people on coming out working at these. I know everybody saw that sister. She was like a dock worker, and she was like, these containers, they're empty. There's nothing in them, right?
Yeah.
This whole section used to be full of shipping containers. Now there's nothing here. There's
Huh?
like nothing going on, right? This was back when people was fighting over the toilet paper. It's going to be a lot more to fight for than just toilet paper, man.
Come.
That's going to be the least of your concerns, honestly.
And what you brought here is also another thing. Another point is that you remember in they were reporting that all of a sudden thousands of cows were just dead in the field.
Yep.
And then what are you having? What are we having on less and less on the shelves now?
Meat.
Go figure.
Even
They're
with
killing
that,
the cows. Now there's less meat.
even with that, when you look at the meat, pay close attention to the meat too.
Mm-hmm.
Right? When you look at the meat, there's like no blood in it no more. The meat ain't got no blood in it no more, man. I wouldn't be surprised if they just kind of put some red dye in it, because a lot of the meat, like it's a Walmart not too far from me, right? You go to the meat section. Number one, the meat section is minimal. It's sparse, right? If you could find the little ground beef packets, right? The meat is damn near pink and gray. There's no blood dripping from the meat no more, man.
Yeah. And that's actually a startling thing, because that's not a new thing. If you go into like other countries like China, they have a big, one of the things that I don't know if a lot of people know about China is that they have a large counterfeit food operation, that they sell a lot of counterfeit food. They make their food.
Yep.
So when you over there, you might be thinking it's an egg or something like that, or some lettuce, and it's not. Let me go in here. Let me see this. China counterfeit food. This is fake and local toxic foods, man. They got ice cream that don't melt.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Let's look through some of this real quick, and we're not gonna go through the whole video.
9块9的啤酒便宜吧？
But they sell you this is the stuff that they sell you, bro. Dismiss. They add some water, add a little bit of edible alcohol. Beer's not bothers you. Look, some flavor. Now it tastes like cold water in your mouth, but it's some fake stuff. So they add whatever they want, baking soda to it, make it look something like that. And then they're gonna add some beer essence, some things. And now look what they've done. You got this is what you're drinking over there. Make you it look like you're drinking a beer, but it's some rubbing alcohol. And this is what they out here got selling you. And they got you drinking this when you go out there. You think you're drinking a beer, but you're drinking some damn. And this is what they selling out there. This is not a game, bro. And I'm just gonna scroll through to see what else they selling. Some crazy shit. This is supposed to be some meat or something. That ain't real meat, man. That's not real meat, bro. That's a cat. That's what they eating. This cat right there.
They got the picture.
They got the damn picture. These are cat bites. You know, you think is, and this is how they get their oil. This is what you call gutter oil. They'll take it, skim it off of the tops of the trash cans, or they'll open the damn sewers up and then skim the oil off the top of the sewage and then fry your food in it. And they call that gutter oil. She over here looking like she eating some good shit. I don't even know what the hell they eating, bro. This is the stuff that they doing over here. And they dyeing it. That's how they do it. They look what you were talking about, the color of the meat. They injecting the color into the meat to make it look like it's like it's meat or something, man. This is madness. And this is things that they do. They do this all over. Man, you can just go through whatever you want, man. Everything you can just click on it and see. These are all everything you see right here is fake. Everything you see right here is fake.
Mm-hmm.
And if China's doing this, you don't think America's doing this?
Yeah, them natural flavors that you be seeing in your Jolly Ranchers. You think you're not eating a watermelon Jolly Rancher? Come on, you're eating a natural flavored Jolly Rancher.
And this is the craziest. And this is in China. Look. Ooh, look, this is perfect. This is that shit I'm talking about. They go into the sewers and they skim in the top of the sewer and they get in the oil and they dumping it out so they can take it. This is what they call gutter oil. So when y'all look, and then look. So when y'all going into these Chinese restaurants in America, and these people come straight from over there, they ain't wasting shit. They going outside in the trash can. They going into their own shit. They probably dump all their shit in there. And they like, hey, don't waste the oil. Because this is what they grew up doing. That's why Moab and Ammon is the damn, look at this. Nasty shit.
It's the wash pot.
That's the wash pot. And what they got? Dirty ass wash pot. They're in the sewer getting oil out, bro. But he got a mask on.
Worried about
garbage can juice to fry your food in. And this is what they do. They take it inside and then they flipping your food in it. Brother. And then they bottling it up. Bottling the shit up.
Bottled piss.
And then selling you damn dogs. True hot dogs. Real dogs.
See, you think you're eating a Hebrew hot dog, but you're eating Rufus that went missing 2 weeks ago.
Straight up, Courage the Cowardly Dog, man.
A cat dog.
Hey, all in the same sitting, man. Yeah, that's what, man. And this is the shit I'm talking about, bro. That's why I'm like, this doesn't make ingredients to make sausages. It could be chicken.
It could be chicken.
This unidentified meat is minced using, and in this day, it's really hard to tell what kind of meat it actually is. I'm just saying, bro. If they're publicly showing these things on the internet and China is letting this shit be seen, imagine what America's hiding from you that they don't put out there, that you're just like, this tastes good. Just like you said, you go into the store. That's why I got like a rule of thumb. And if any Israelites are listening, maybe it might be something that you should also practice. I don't like to buy boneless meat. So I like to get my chicken with bones, because if they do clone meat, they clone the flesh. They don't clone the bone. So if it's artificial meat, it's not going to be a bone attached to it. So generally, if it's actually an animal that you can eat, if it's actually real, they're not gonna clone the bone with it. It's gonna be, because it takes too much. And you're gonna throw. Why would I waste resources cloning that if you're gonna throw that away? So you're eating the boneless chicken thighs, the boneless chicken breast. Why the damn chicken? Who gonna eat them? Come on now, what's going on with that? Yeah, I want the bone in. That's why when I go, I don't want no damn. I want the bone in chicken wings.
Yeah.
I even try to, if I see them, like when you go to Costco, you'll see that they'll bring like big old pieces of hunks of meat in, and sometimes they'll debone the ribeye there. You know what I'm saying? Or I like to even try to buy T-bone steaks now, and bone in ribeyes. And like I started to think, man, what's these filet mignons, man? Shit, I get it, they tasty and shit, but you don't ever. I know it's a loin, but is it?
Is it? Right.
So now that the food is being short, I'm trying to find ways to validate if the foods I'm eating are authentic now. And that's why I say those are kind of those things that if you look at anytime they clone something, it's always boneless.
Yep.
They just want the protein. They don't want to waste money and resources into creating bone. If they can do that, then why do we have bone grafts? Like we have to get, certain things donated. If they can, they can regenerate muscle. Can they grow bones? That's a rule of thumb you might be able to apply now. Like I like to make sure my food is authentic. So if you're trying to avoid false foods, you see he said, I don't know, an unidentified meat mixture, the gray meat.
It could be chicken.
It could be pork. It could be people. That's what I was saying. Look, what are they doing all their babies out there? Like even America, man. Shit.
Mhm.
These people are known for being vile, eating people.
Yep.
Jeffrey Dahmer ate people.
Yep.
And go call he's an Edomite. When have you ever heard of a Jake eating people? But I heard of a lot of Edomites eating people.
Yep. You got these top celebrities, they'll have these ceremonies, whether they'll eat a person, they'll make a human cake, or they'll mold. I saw this on my sister showed me this. They'll mold like chocolate out of somebody and start eating from the flank up.
Wow.
A chocolate mold of somebody. A real
See
person.
that? Yeah. But that's the practices of the enemy that you want to worship and run behind. They're cannibals. They want to eat people, and then they're slowly eating and deteriorating your spirit and soul.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, man. You can't make this stuff up, man. And then you wondering why people are in the hospital, why people are sick, how they controlling the population, decreasing the population. What are they feeding you, man? You dying of natural causes.
Mm-hmm.
How are these football players dropping on the field left and right? Heart attack, heart attack, heart attack. What's killing these brothers? What's killing our people? And it ain't a bunch of Edomites. What Edomite football player has dropped and died, collapsed on the field in the last 2 years? But what Jake has, brother he died on the field twice and was brought back with a heart attack. But our people seem to be getting sick and dying in their prime health.
Yep.
But for some reason you're not. Your people aren't. Our people depend on the government to get their food. And now ain't those the same people in the worst health conditions in the whole population of America? They eat the worst foods, got the most health problems. But they going to the government, and how are you going to this government that you said? Well, let's bring this out real quick. And then we got the elections coming up, and this country's they're gonna vote for it. And we should never do that. That's not even in our customs to do. The Lord told us in this country we should not be doing that in our land of our captivity. Deuteronomy 17:15, he says, "Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother." So that shows in itself a couple things. People are not your people, man. They're not your brothers. So when you like, oh, we're brothers in Yahushua Christ. No, the Lord said, that's not your brother. That's not thy people. That's not your brother. So that's a very cut against that. We all the same. If the Lord just said, you have to set one of thy people over thee, thy brethren. So is the Lord that, hey, come on. You know what I'm saying? So hey, bring it out, Keith.
Oh, you got it out. You got it.
No, go ahead. Bring some up. Hey, I'll just I'll go. So go ahead.
Kind of like he was, basically, what you were saying. The Lord said that we're not supposed to be electing these heathens over us. It was bad enough that we wanted to have a king over us like the heathen. We didn't want the Most High over us. We wanted a king. We wanted a man to be over us. That was bad enough. But we've gone so far, out of touch with the Most High God, that now we're electing Edomites to be over our people. Then complain that these Edomites is destroying our people. It's a double standard.
Make that make sense.
Make it make sense.
We need to march because we're oppressed and we hate the conditions we are in, but we're voting for those people that like to put us in those conditions.
Right. And now you got Biden, right, sending billions of dollars, over $100 billion to be exact, right? Let me see. How much was it? I think it was $106 billion to Ukraine for supplies.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So for every Jake and Eve that voted for Biden, right? This is this is the condition that you're in. You're living in Section 8 housing, right? And you have an eviction notice, and those billions of dollars that could have went to our people, right? Or they could have been going to, the immigrate things that's going on within the border, immigration, right?
Mhm.
The money that could have went to these things is now going to people across the ocean. People across the ocean, man.
Mm.
And it's no wonder why you got all these, races and Palestinians, right, marching in these different cities, causing an uproar, right? Just in Atlanta last week, right, we had a nothing. And I wish I could put the picture on the screen, right? But we had, nothing but Palestinians advocating for their country, right? Saying stop sending money to Israel in Atlanta, the city of confusion.
God.
So this is the condition that we're in. All that money, right, that's coming out of brothers and sisters' pockets is going straight on to Israel, right? The land stolen.
God.
Like not Israel, Ukraine.
And you just said that, and that's what you that's a mighty point right there. Check this out. I don't know if a lot of people even know what's going on even in Houston, but look at this. Large crowd. Oh, Salat. Can you see
Nah,
that?
I was just trying to see it. It won't ever show up on my phone, but it was a picture of the protest.
But
I was just trying to see if it was going to show.
Well, I think your background kind of, when you go away, everything disappear off. But yeah, just like you were saying in Atlanta, man, this is what a lot of people don't realize. Ishmael is everywhere, man. We read that out. We brought that out last week that he's amongst his brother and he's gonna fight with everybody. So there's a lot of Arabs and a lot of people don't even understand this. If you follow Islam or you're a Muslim, you're literally saying that the Arabs are your people, right? So that's why you got a lot of so-called Jake that are practicing Islam, but then they go into these people's stores and they say, "Get out of here, nigga," right? And they ain't no brothers in Allah, right? They're garbage, right? So now a lot of people don't even understand. In every city that you live in every town that you live in, I remember watching this for like 2-3 years ago. I was out, not maybe even 4 years ago, and I was downtown and I saw a Palestinian march, and I didn't understand back then before the truth. I was like, man, I don't know what the hell they marching about, but shit, hey, y'all, you over here in a whole nother country. And I knew then, I'm like, we still in a bad shape. So why do I feel bad about y'all marching in another land that you came to, that we built, and y'all got a whole nother land? You go do that shit over there.
Voluntarily
over here. It said large crowd marches near Israeli consulate in Houston to show support for Palestinians. So when you got enough people here that are going to how do an Israeli consulate? Why is there an Israeli consulate in Houston? Why is there?
It doesn't even sound right.
Doesn't even sound right. So America's got some things going on in every city that y'all don't even understand. This was a land built up for the damn so-called Amalek, so-called Edomite, so-called Ishmaelite, like Psalms 83 said. This is the bowl that they built for all the nations to consume Jacob. This is what they call the melting pot, man. What do you do with a melting pot? You eat the soup out of it. So everybody come here, mixing up, doing what they want to do, but who's the ingredients that they trying to consume? The Israelites. Anything that the Israelites create. And this is what's in every place. So if you think that you only watching the war in Palestine, these are the same people with the same energy that's down to blow up these people at the consulate, start an active war on the soil because of what's going on over there. So while you driving by, you got your damn McRib, you understand? Damn barbecue sauce in your fingers and shit, listening to Cardi B, with your ass cheeks hanging out, driving by the damn consulate. Next you know, boom, Ali Akbar, boom.
It was great for me.
Just said. And then you don't think that this is gonna happen on this soil? These people are in every city. You said in Atlanta is going down. if you didn't know, there's an Israeli consulate here. That means that's like their embassy. So because this country's biggest ally to Israel, the false Israel, is who? Esau. Amalek. Esau. He don't like Ishmael. You got basically two bastards fighting over what's ours because we so blind. You got the first cast off, Ishmael, fighting, and the second cast off, the second cast off, Esau. Which that don't belong to them, which belongs to us, Jacob. And we just don't even want. We want it. We know we want it. But Jake over here, I bet you if they had a bigger picture, you'll see Jake in there. Free Palestine.
Yep. Oh, it was definitely some Jake in Atlanta last weekend. It was definitely Jake up in there wearing the damn wearing the shawl, holding flag.
Look at this. Look at this shit. Man, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna see it. Look at this craziness. This is what's going on. And this is literally what's going on in Houston, Texas yesterday. So y'all may not understand. You would think that this is in the streets of damn Gaza right now, man. Mm-hmm. So Houston is this close. Every state, every city in America has this going on without them they're not trying to put that on the news. But you got a whole bunch of people watching their people. I saw this story where a kid was running. He was like, "Oh man, the bombs came," and somebody was trying to interview him. And he was like, "I don't understand what's going on. My brother got hit in the back, and this boy had to be no more than 8." And he was like carrying his 3-4-year-old brother. And then he said, "I got there, and then I saw that my neighbor had his son, but his head was split and his brain was hanging out." So this is the shit that they're really thinking like that's what's going on because of what you know what it is. The Lord gonna get up with you, right? You're getting up with him right now. And what you got going on over there is what? These people watching their people get killed by the so-called white man. And now they're in the so-called white man's land, a place that is 100% allied with Israel. So if America's supporting the destruction of them, you don't think these people are going to start destroying America from inside out?
Right.
And you over here, Jake, like I said, damn, going around, with your pork chop sandwiches and shit, eating your pork rinds with the hot sauce, banging on your block over here, talking about whoops and dirkios and shit. And next thing you know, Ali Akbar come through with the AK, spray the whole neighborhood, show you how these assault rifles really work.
How they get down.
And they're gonna do it, and they're gonna cut your head off. They're gonna do all that because that's what they're doing right now.
Yep.
This is literally, look at that in Hilton hotels in Houston. This is what's going on. They're campaigning right now. And look at Jake. Look at Jake. Bald head, booty face Jake with the pork chop preacher looking suit on. I feel like he just said Jesus. And that's the man. And look at another Jake. What's that Jake's in sin? This Jake's in sin. And then they over here looking concerned. Why are you so concerned for protecting the damn Esau's land right now, man? This is our land, but look, who's in control of it? But that's who they fighting for. They're not fighting like, and they over here talking about, man, we need to make sure we stand against these people in a land that they're over here. They had us in their land slaves too.
Yep. And they gotta throw Jake in the mix to advocate for them. So it shows that we have no semblance of that actually being our land.
We don't have
to advocate for the other country.
Just look at what we just saw there. You saw these people come together on some real. Why isn't Jake doing that? Knowing what we go through, as soon as the tragedy happens, all these people didn't go to work today. All these people are willing to go out there and tear some shit up, and they really about taking some action. Yep. Why is Jake sitting on his ass, rolling up a backwood? You know what I mean? Sipping some lean, nodding the hell off. Why is Jake, and why did the Lord tell us over and wake your ass up?
Right.
But Jake want to be docile Jake want to be in his own little world. Jake want to act like the rest of the world doesn't see the significance of being a people. These people are letting you know it's so important to be a nation. We're willing to die. We're willing to die for what's going on in our actual land, in this land.
Right.
You can't erase us. But Jake want to be a nigga. Jake want to be, oh, I'm 3/4 Japanese and 7/16 of Irish, and oh yeah, I got a little bit of Ukrainian in me. You see, that's why I'm light skinned. Nigga, what?
Jake like to claim German too.
Yeah, Guten Tagen looking ass. What's wrong with you? Like, brother, why? Who are you? I'm African American. I'm so-called black. I'm native. I'm an Indian. Brother, all these things are insulting terms to tell you just don't know who the hell you are. But these people are waving their flags. They speak in their language. They fighting and upset about the land that they want to claim as theirs.
Right.
But Jake, breaking into niggas' cars and putting their cars on blocks, stealing their tires. Jake want to steal tires. These people are getting bombs dropped on their head. But who has more solidarity? The people that know that their people are in trouble. Our people, we've been on that. When are we gonna get together and gather ourselves together? Let's bring it out, because let's just do it. Because this is what they're doing. But the Lord told us to do this, but we can't seem to do this one concept that you can witness to see that if you love your people, you do these types of things to show that you love your people. You gather yourselves together. And look, what does it say here? Gather yourselves together. Zephaniah 2:1. Oh, gather yourself together, O nation not desired. They doing it. The Lord has to tell us, you guys do it too. You do have a people. You may not be the ones that people like, but you should stick together. At least y'all should like each other. You can't make this up, man.
God.
You can have it. It got me upset. Jake got me upset right now. I'm like hard-headed ass Jake, man.
Man. And while they was marching, when we was at camp, they was passing out these flyers. So, I decided to take a flyer. I wanted to kind of read what was on it, because the Lord said, be not ignorant of anything, right? So I got this flyer right here. You can't really see it, but I'm going to read it. It says, why we're marching for a free Palestine, right? Now I'm going to show you. Tell me if this sounds familiar. It says, we are marching to demand freedom for Palestine, right? They're not the so-called Black Man March, right?
Are you mean a million black men marched?
Shoot.
A million man march?
Million Man March. We did the the march on Washington,
yeah,
Birmingham, Montgomery,
all that.
It says for 75 years, which is laughable compared to what we go through. But for 75 years, that's just one generation of people.
And they can't take it. They like, hell with this.
They like, to hell with this.
We need to start marching.
It says for 75 years, the people of Palestine have had their land stolen from them, their resources plundered, and been subjected to terrible violence that has left tens of thousands dead. Tens of thousands of dead is nothing, honestly. Right? Having your resources plundered, just imagine being captured and forced into society that not only rejects you your whole life long, right? But you're still there against your will. Imagine, right? It says, and now Israel is unleashing its most devastating massacre yet against the civilian population of Gaza. Right? So the Lord, how I perceive this, and here, I don't know if you could see it, but it looks like a Jake that might be Ethiopian.
Man, right? Jake be trying to get in the pictures no matter what.
Front and center. I mean, he kind of looked like he got a V-Lone shirt on. It might be Jake, man. But these things are the curses being flipped on to the heathen.
Deuteronomy 30, man.
But that's all I had. I just wanted to bring that out because they're marching for things that we've been going through for centuries. And they're talking about 75 years. Like that's something.
And look, the whole earth is about to go to war because of it.
The whole earth.
The whole earth, everybody, because of and the thing is like you just brought out were just man, home run hits out of the park. Y'all mad after 75 years. We've been taking on ships since the damn 1400s. We've been putting the fields to work to build up this land that y'all are marching in, complaining about y'all don't have y'all land. Y'all are in a land that we still dwell in, like you said, that was taken from us, the resources of the land taken from us. We were killed in the land. We were enslaved in the land. We had to watch you guys enjoy the land, degrade us as men and women and children in the land, sell us in the land for hundreds and hundreds of years. And now you own the land, and you over here still calling us a nigger in the land that you know was ours, while you crying about your land that is ours.
And the kicker is they tell us to just get over it.
Oh, hold on. Say that again. They tell us to do what, King?
They tell us to get over it.
So Palestine and get over it. Israel, get over it. Just get over it, man. This ain't shit. Yeah, but you know, y'all got tens of thousands dying. Amalek had 6 million died, they said, which was impossible by statistics, just to be honest with you, right? But how many of us have been killed in the last 100 years? How many, without even being what you call the transatlantic slave trade, the trans-Pacific slave trade, any of those routes? How many of the so-called Israelite, so-called Black, Native, and Hispanic man, women, and child have been murdered in this land since its conception? But you're going to compare woes, and we still have to be silently suffering in a land that we dwell in, like you said, with the people that hate us, that still shoot us and kill us. We still have no justice, no peace. Still got people that come over here, get a scratch on their knee, they get a hate law made.
Stop Asian hate.
But they increase, and they, what did we just see a video of? They promote the Israelite hate, and then they promote Esau getting and enjoying it and benefiting from the hate and destruction of our people. But you want to free Palestine? How about free Israel, the Israelites, man? Not the Israeli. Let's free the true Israelite, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native man, where it's illegal to make videos where you got your woman out here, our women out here being degraded and manipulated and whored out by the so-called other nation while screaming hateful things to the people of their people. Make that a hate speech. Make that hateful. No, that's called money. That's called entertainment. That's called love for the white man. The destruction of the so-called Israelite man is love in the eyes of the so-called white man.
Hey, Salakia, and real quick, man, I'm gonna just say it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if people know it, but I'm gonna say it. These nations know who we are. They know that we're not niggas. They know that we're not Black people. That we're not Hispanic people, right? They know that we're Israelites. They'll tell you this. I can show you a video literally from the dang 70s, man, from the 80s, from the 90s, of people in the other nations saying, hey, man, look, everything over here is out of whack since y'all not here. We need y'all, the Blacks. We was told that y'all don't know who y'all are. Y'all are God's people. We need y'all to come back. There's people actually talking about that, man. So they know who we are, right? Dang, Jet Li over there at the weave stove, hey, he know you're an Israelite. He still is brave enough and prideful enough to put his hand on our people, man. Damn Suki, who's at the corner store, got the little red dot on their head. Hey, they know you're an Israelite. They don't give a damn, bro, because they see how we treat each other. So why do they need to treat us any better? You see what I'm saying?
King.
So Salaki, I had to intrude you like that, but yeah,
No, King. We were waiting on you to get in a position to bring it through the spirit, man. So that's all praise to the Most High that you brought that mighty point out, King. I'm gonna read out the book of Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
Like he was going into, you got other nations saying, look, we need y'all Israelites. We need y'all in the land. Look at what they're doing. They depleted resources. I'm gonna read that again. I'm gonna read this again. You can even see it in the movie Black Panther. What was that Edomite going for? He was going for the what? Vibranium? I think that's what it was called. Trying to deplete resources, man. It says, we are marching to demand freedom for Palestine. For 75 years, the people of Palestine have had their land stolen from them, their resources plundered, and have been subjected to terrible violence that has left tens of thousands dead. So they need us. Literally, these other nations, the world revolves around Israel. Whether you like it or not, that's the truth. And these other nations, they need us to be an authority to govern what goes on in the world. Literally. Like that's just the end all be all. You can't have Esau doing it because he kills himself. He destroys his nations. Right? You got these different sanctums of Edomites. You got the German Edomite, the Irish Edomite. And these they hate each other. They're not going to openly communicate that, right? But these Edomites, they hate each other, right?
That's the Dukes of Edom, man.
That's the Dukes of Edom.
They want to put the crowns on their own head and fight for the power and the throne, man. That's what, if you watch any of their movies, like Game of Thrones, what do you got? You got different kingdoms always fighting each other to be the powerful kingdom. Doesn't that sound familiar? Yep. How did USA get established? How did Rome get established? How did Greek get established? Because that's what they like to do, man. They want their power-hungry creatures, man. That's the best way to put it. Like, it's the wickedest of the wicked. They're like locusts, man. They destroy any land that they come upon. They rip it down. They eat the field dry. There's no grape that they will leave to spoil because they're going to consume it all themselves, man. They're going to heap it up for themselves at the expense of costing everybody else their lives. They don't care. But you're right. That's a laughable thing, King.
It's a lucky. I just sent y'all a video. You mind pulling it up, please?
Let me see if I can pull that up.
These people are insatiable.
Give me 1 second. I got you. Go ahead, King. Y'all bring it out.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Again, this always happens. My screen done froze. Can't
see that. See that?
It happened again. All right. Now y'all can't see me. That's all good. All praises be to the Most High. But yeah, these people are insatiable. You know, they can't go without. You know, I believe, was it Alexander the Greek was upset because he had no more land to conquer.
Yeah.
This man was crying, upset,
weeping,
pouting, weeping, gnashing their teeth.
Hey, and Salaki, real quick, man. Hey, I was watching on YouTube, man, and I followed this war called this YouTube called Wars in General, right? They was talking about the great speech that Alexander the Great did to get his people to repent, man, because he wanted to go. He wanted to go into India and fight some more, man. And they wanted to go home. They was tired. They wanted to go home. And he was like, "Hey, man, look what I done for you, man. I got you all this land, all these people, right? I made you kings. I got you slaves. And y'all dare do that? Hey, man, everybody went up to him crying and begging. Then they went to go do some more war. More killing, more pillaging and plundering, man. So they know what they doing, man. And soon you're going to have Esau doing the same thing. You Americans not going to go fight for me? Y'all don't want to be in the draft? Are you serious? Everything I did for you? Right. I gave you Nicki Minaj. I gave you Beyonce. Oh, man.
Section 8.
I gave you Section 8. I gave you support when your baby daddy left you because I made him leave. What are you talking about?
I gave you that for mine.
And you know what that comes with? That comes with what? A lot of hatred. Now they're gonna start hating you even more, and that's gonna fuel that fire to start killing Israelites, right?
They're gonna call us what's the word? Not terrorists. I mean that too, but
black identity extremists.
Treason.
Treason. Yeah, Khan. Hey, yeah, that treason, man. These men, They don't want to come and fight for America, man.
I got you on your video, King.
Come on, let's get that.
And tell me if y'all can hear.
Hi, Shalom from Israel. This is Ola, the daughter of Jethro. And I just heard that you black people that was stolen from Africa to America, that you don't know who you are, but you are the children of Yahweh, the children of Israel. And I'm telling you, you have to come back to your homeland, here to Zion, to Jerusalem, because us, the Gentiles, we do need you. We need you to come and pray because you are our saviors. You're the one that was chosen by Yahweh to live in this land, not the Jewish people, it's you. You were stolen from Africa, they deceived you, they told you that you are slaves, but you actually the children of Israel. And it's time just to come back. Come for your people, come back for us, come back for the whole Gentiles, because only you gonna save us. So please come back to Zion.
See that?
See that?
She got that spirit of Rahab, man.
Hey, come.
And that's what that looks like. When the nations, they know who you are. The people of that land, they know who you are. That's go ahead, King.
Go ahead, Salaki. Go ahead, King. Keep going.
That's the spirit of Rahab. That's what it looked like. The Gentiles, knowing that they are, they submitting to their place, and they're grateful, and they need you. She's literally. I'm led to believe, hey, she might be a mighty man servant in the kingdom, man. She might not get lashes because she already know her place. But a lot of people, they don't know, so they gotta find out. What they say, fuck around and find out. Excuse my French. See that? Hey, the more you fuck around.
I'll tell you like this, King. Shalom Salaki. I want to bring out a very, very clean point that we can pay a little bit of attention real quick to. This is whoever don't really understand what's going on. Just look at this screen right quick. Look what you're looking at from the top left. Ready to act when time comes. That's Palestine. That's the war. Israel, Hamas war. Russia seeking Kim Jong-un. That's North war. All is the Muslim world uniting is for war. Russia to deploy nuclear weapons in Belarus for war. Israel surrounds Gaza with 360,000 soldiers. War. Ukraine failing counteroffensive. War. War. Will there be a nuclear war? Look at that. But who's in the midst of it? Esau on the bottom. You see this? And if nobody's really paying attention to what's really important right now, you better get your ducks in a row. You better start repenting and keeping these commandments and have the faith that the Lord's going to bring us through what you're seeing on this screen. This is what you're hoping to be delivered from. Because if it's up to them, they're killing each other. But if they get a chance to take that rage and pain out on something, they're going to do it on you first because you just a nigga in America. You just a nigga in Europe.
Hey, Salaki, they're going to tell you quick. You're going to go to the gas station. Hey, we don't serve your kind here. Then you confound it. Kind of go. The sister going to go to the weed spot. Hey, and he going to tell you, hey, no, you ain't, this not your store no more. Hey, we go from weed store to grocery store for Chinese. You get out of here.
Or they might start serving you as the food. Because we literally just went through and showed you, man, these people do not put the most abominable things beyond them, man. They don't process the way we process things in a righteous way of order. They will do anything. They will eat people. Right now, if you think in Gaza that somebody's not eating somebody right now because there's no food because they're stuck in siege, somebody's probably eating somebody in there right now.
And it's probably their child, man. Kind of hit them over the head with a rock and cook them.
And them curses is coming back on their head, bro. But look, this is what you got to look forward to. Everything that you've seen is before your eyes. Will there be a nuclear war? If you read these scriptures, what the Lord say? Absolutely. Absolutely. And if you see all this activity of rockets and blowing up and smoke and fire, and you still asking the question, is there a war? You're dumb. You're literally mindless because what else what indication is telling you that there's not war?
Hey, there's some Edomites, some Jake in America right now that don't believe they're going to war.
Yep.
They don't believe it. Nah, man. Trump gonna get in office and he gonna shut that thing down. We ain't gonna deal with nobody else. We're gonna deal with us.
Trump is in Fulton County Jail.
Man, look. He gonna end up pardoning himself, man.
That's the condition, not God. But that's all I got. If brothers got any more points, God.
God.
I would just say this with the closing. Man, we got to get our back. We got to gather ourselves together. You can obviously see that these nations are going and gathering themselves together. Nation is rising against nation. So Israel, man, you know, hey, we need to do the same thing. We need to stay prayed up, fasted up with the faith in the Lord, repent, keep his commandments to the best of our ability, because you don't want to be found with dirty shirts and blots on your garment, because the Lord could return at any second. And from what I'm looking at, it's very possible that the Lord may be on his way right now. And we don't want to be out here still trying to get right, still trying to wear our fringes regularly, still trying not to thin and, you know, do whoredom and different things. These are the small, non-grievous things. When you see this and you still ain't trying to do your best to tighten up, you got to do better, Israel. And, you know, hopefully, Lord willing, you know, like Paul said, my heart desires that all Israel be saved. But you got to be able to put that foot forward, and the Lord, you got to ultimately be the fold of the Lord. So if you were chosen from the beginning, hey, you hear his voice. So, hey, repent, have the faith, and, you know, I'll end it off with that.
Con. Hey, all praise to the Most High. All praises for everything you got going. All praises, you know what I'm saying, for everything, man. Grace, mercy, right? The blood of Yahweh Shai that covers us. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad our people waking up and repenting, man. Right? I'm just going to say Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Barakatah and Shalom, man. I ain't got nothing to add. But it's his own point with it.
Hey, well, remember, don't forget, hey, blow that trumpet and what?
Stay on that pivot.
Hey, Shalom, family.
Shalom.